In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 3 specific types of items that you have to avoid if you want to build a successful Amazon business. If you're brand new to the channel, my name's Warner Fields from SellerAmp. I run a 7-figure Amazon business myself, and it's our goal with this channel to equip you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to go crush selling on Amazon. So without further ado, just want to go ahead and start talking about these items. So the first type of items that you're going to want to avoid, especially as a beginner, if you're a more seasoned seller, you're going to be ready for this, is items that have a really high return rate. This is something that, number 1, freaks out a lot of beginner Amazon sellers, and number 2, if you don't have your systems in place to kind of sell those items that come back broken or used and all that kind of stuff. For my personal Amazon business, I sell a lot of that stuff on eBay and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't want to be wasting your time liquidating your products on eBay, like that's definitely something to think about, especially as you start to look at brand new categories and categories like apparel and electronics, and really those categories where you're going to see a ton of returns. On top of making sure you have systems in place, it's also going to be something that's going to be extra added costs in your business, right? And when you first start selling on Amazon, you want to make sure things are as simple as possible for you. You don't want to be worrying about all these items that come back broken, figuring out if you're actually making profit after it's all said and done, because especially in the electronics categories, you can see return rates of 20-25%. The return rates can get super high. Those products are very breakable, and with apparel, you know, they try on the shoes, they wear them for a day, you get them back, there's dirt on the bottom, we can't sell those in new condition. So you want to be thinking about that kind of stuff, especially as a brand new seller. Not that there's not a ton of opportunity there definitely is. I sell in both of those categories myself, but I just want to make sure you're prepared for that inevitable return you get. You can't be so emotional about it, just acknowledge that it's part of selling in those categories. So the next type of product that I want you guys to avoid, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my screen and I'll show you some specific things to look out for while you're sourcing. So I went ahead and pulled up this product right here on SellerAmp. This is just exactly how the product looks on Amazon, except with SellerAmp, we obviously get a ton more data, helps us make much smarter buying decisions. So one thing I want you guys to be aware of is when you're looking at the charts right here on SellerAmp, we can see something super obvious, right? It might not be obvious to you, but let me show you what it is. So down here on the bottom, we can see the offer count over time. So this little blue line right here, we can see it spikes way up right there. This is just tracking the number of new sellers that are on that listing at that given time. So right here, we can see that on June 7th, the price was $42 on the buy box, and there were 2 people selling this item, right? So if you're buying it for, you know, 10 bucks, 15 bucks, probably a pretty good item, right? Looks like our team found it's close to $9. So it was an amazing item, right? But as we continue to look at this Keepa chart here, we can see the number of new sellers kind of slowly increasing. See, it dips back down to 3 there, and then boom, immediately a whole bunch of sellers start jumping on this item. But let's say you're looking at this item on June 26th, right? This item is still 40 bucks, 42 bucks, based on the new seller increase that we can see right after this. That probably is a very profitable price on this item. But when we look at this item here, we can see that back here when there was 3 sellers on it, the buy box was $41.99, right? And then over here, when the buy box is $41.99 again, there's still 21 offers on it, right? If you're going back to your simple, you know, your middle school economics class, this is not going to end well, right? Supply and demand is going to catch up, and it definitely did in a big way here. We can see as these new offer counts started increasing, we got all the way up to 55. We can also kind of zoom out here a little bit, see how this listing ended up performing. And yeah, it's kind of just staying way cheaper than it was back in the day. So you don't want to jump on a listing like this. This is absolutely the worst type of item that you can sell on Amazon. Is if you look at this item and you see, oh, the number of new sellers went from, you know, 3, and then now it's 20, like a week, maybe 2 weeks later. Yeah, right. It's exactly a week. 1 week, there was 25 new sellers on this product. Is that price going to stay consistent long term? Absolutely not. So you have to avoid products like this, or you're going to, you know, you're going to get onto a product like this. Let's say you paid, you know, let's say you paid 15 bucks. It's a $45 item. Pretty good, right? 42. Pretty solid ROI, pretty good profit. But now if you'd bought in, now we're looking at 20 bucks. Now you're losing a pretty good amount of money. So definitely avoid products that have a drastic increase in new sellers like that. That's going to help make sure your profits are maintained in the long term. So then the last thing I want to go ahead and talk about, this third type of item that you have to avoid, kind of tying back into that first one, right, is we want to avoid returns, right? Returns are expensive. So when you look at items on Amazon, especially if they have low feedback, so right here we can see that there's an overwhelming amount of 1-star reviews on this product. So even if you found this item profitably, looks like our team found it profitably for about $6.21. It's pretty good ROI, pretty good profit. Like, seems like a home run product, right? But when we look at the reviews here, we're going to see pretty quickly, you know, they're broken. It was stale. once most of them were broken, not fresh. Like, there's just so many people complaining about this product, and if you're not going to do anything to address it, in this case, like broken products, like we can see the pictures here, it looks like people are getting them in pretty bad shape, right? If you're not going to do anything to fix that, like if you're not going to do any bubble wrapping or anything like that to make sure these products get there safe, especially with glass products, you'll see this as well. You want to avoid selling items where there's really poor customer reviews. Most of the time, they're going to be able to return that item and you're going to lose your money, right? In this case, it's in the grocery category. So probably most of these customers can't return this item, but you're going to have a lot of unhappy customers. Potentially one of them is going to leave negative feedback. They're going to figure out a way, right? The Amazon customers are picky, right? We don't want to sell things to picky Amazon customers that we know are going to be problematic, right? So always look at the ratings when you're sourcing products to sell on Amazon, something that a lot of people don't do. It come back to bite them in the butt. But you're not going to do that, right? You're going to go out, you're going to check the ratings on this product, and you're going to be good to go because you're going to know that this product is not safe for us to sell. We're going to get negative feedback, potential returns, all that good stuff. So we definitely want to avoid this type of product as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a ton of value out of it. If you did and you want access to that data, especially the data we were looking at on that hairdryer listing, sellers went way up. All of those new sellers now are not going to be making money on that item. If you don't have access to data like that, you absolutely need that for your Amazon business. And you can go ahead and activate a 2-week free trial of SellerAmp. There's going to be a link down below for you guys to activate that. Make sure you're making much smarter buying decisions for your Amazon business, right? So go ahead and activate that free trial if you don't already have SellerAmp. But if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, always happy to answer those down below as well. And if you guys did get value out of this, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That helps us out for sharing value with you guys, helping you make more money on Amazon, right? But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.